Hello, class. I hope that you are all having a wonderful day today. Happy Martin Luther King Day. I know normally we would not have class on Mondays, but I still wanted to make everything available on Monday today, just so that you have everything for the next 2 weeks, basically. And for those of you who want to work ahead, go for it, work ahead. But if you just want to chill and relax today, go for it. But I just wanted to make this quick video just to kind of debrief what to review and kind of like what's going on, because I'm sure many of you saw the modules open recently and you're like, oh shoot, this is a lot. I was just going through, I was editing a couple of things, and I just want to make sure that everything was up for you for the next 2 weeks. So let me go ahead and share my screen real quick. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, so if you go to Canvas, you scroll all the way down, everything is available for our speech 2, which is coming up. I should have all of your speeches completed today, as well as mini activity number 2. It took me a lot longer than I anticipated to finish mini activity number 1. And I also try to go through all of the quizzes as you're taking them to finish grading them. All of the written sections I have to go through and double check. So for the most part, if you did your quizzes, they're mostly graded. I have a couple more that were submitted last night that I need to grade. So those should be graded today as well. But you have speech number 2 that's coming up. You have your keyword outline that's due this Wednesday. So that's a key one to keep in mind, to take note of. It needs to be submitted by Wednesday. Remember, no outline, no presentation. So make sure that you review this, you review the cultural artifact speech information, and submit your keyword outline. There's a template for you. Use the template that's provided, open it, and it already has the formatting for you done. You just have to go through and insert your information into it, delete my information and insert your information to it. Okay, so there's keyword outline. You have a couple of other items due today. Go through this email and it'll give you all the links, but this is one of the key ones that's due that I'm like, hey, if you haven't looked at speech 2 yet, look at speech 2, okay? So you have step 1 due on Wednesday, and then you have your second speech coming up this weekend as well, and then you'll have 2 peer evaluations as well. So there's quite a bit due this upcoming week. But we also have week 3 and week 4 modules. So a lot of this content and all of this information, like the mini activity number 6, mini activity number 7, and the quiz, they're due next week. But again, for those of you who just want to hop on it and review this information and get it done, awesome. The quicker you review this information, the better it is for you, honestly, for the 3rd and 4th speech, because all of this information relates to your 3rd and 4th speech, and your 3rd and 4th speech, which are the informative and persuasive speech, are worth a huge chunk of points. So a lot of this relates to the informative and persuasive outlines, which are super, 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 super important. So review this information at your own leisure, but just remember, a lot of this information is very important for speech 3 and speech 4, and the smaller assignments, like the 2 mini activities or the 3 mini activities that are due, 2 mini activities that are due, and the quiz, it all relates back to this information, and they're all due for the most part next week. So these smaller assignments, some of you might be like, let me just work on speech number 2, but get this done as soon as possible, so then you can start working on speech number 3. So you have some items due for speech number 3, and this is something else you're going to want to review. So if you're like, Cecilia, what do you really want us to review, like today or tomorrow? Review the information for speech number 2 if you haven't already, because this is due this upcoming week, and then start reviewing the information for speech number 3 because you have some smaller assignments due this upcoming week as well. So you're going to tell me basically this week some ideas that you have for your informative speech. Ultimately, it's up to you to decide what you want to do for your informative speech, but you're going to go through with step 1. If you click on it, it's a discussion board post, and it lets you select 3 different topics you'd like to do and possible main points you could discuss for your different informative speeches. And then it lets your classmates go through and see your ideas, and then they could vote on them. So there's more instructions down here for you, but that's kind of just a debrief for step 1 for speech number 3. Woo, I know it's a lot of information, y'all, but hopefully this is helpful. I know breaking it down verbally, it's so much more easier to take in. Like in class, I'd be able to be like, okay, don't forget to do this, don't forget to do this. But online, it's kind of just like, all right, you have all the information there. It is a lot of information, but if you have questions about anything, let me know, okay? So again, you have speech number 2 information coming up, going back to home, speech 2 stuff coming up, and then you have your week 3 and week 4 module available. So if you want to get started on that, get started on it, get it done. And then you have speech number 3 coming up, which is worth a huge, huge chunk of points. So this is where you're going to see a really huge shift. So, and then you'll notice I already have stuff up for week 5 and week 5 is basically week 5 and week 6, but week 5 is the last of our content information. And then you have speech number 4, which I already have information on that too. So after week 4, you're going to see all the week 5 module come up and everything for speech number 4. So you'll have week 5 and week 6 basically to finish up our last presentations. And wow, it goes by pretty quickly. But again, if you have any questions or concerns, just email me through Canvas inbox on the left-hand side. I do have a couple of emails that I need to go through that were sent over the weekend. But if you do have any other questions or concerns, let me know and I'll get back to you as soon as possible, okay? Have a good one, y'all. See you later.